I'm telling you right now, if a frog is the entire reason that Jinshi and Mao Mao either she learns the truth about Jinshi, he confesses feelings, big progress is made, anything. If they don't do what they did earlier in the episode, which is Jinshi was trying to, expose his secrets, a couple of gunshots go off. If they don't actually, blue balls us here and a frog is the entire reason that happens, I'm not sure what I'm going to say. I might call it the greatest moment in Apothecary Diaries history just because of how ridiculous it is. Might also be confused by it. But either way, if they don't bait us and that frog actually ends up being the biggest wingman known to man, I'll be impressed. I've been hearing about these damn frogs all season, and usually I'd be like, people ruin the fun, but it's a frog. You can't really ruin too much with a frog because you don't know what the frog means. Hell, I thought initially when people were talking about the frogs, because I don't think people knew when the frog was going to come up, because people have been talking about that since the dance scene when people were, the characters were confused. How did it look so majestic and magical? I thought what people were implying that there was characters licking frogs and getting high off frogs. I don't know, I was like, what is people talking about frogs for? And then it turns out the frogs, for this. You know how, a couple videos back I said, when you try to explain the Door episode to non-Apothecary Diaries fans, they'd probably look at you and say, how is an episode about doors exciting? But if you explained it to an Apothecary Diaries fan, they would say that makes sense. Very, very similar to the frogs. Non-Apothecary Diaries fans would say, why the hell do you care about a frog? But the frog might have just set everything in motion. Oh shit, you want to support my work, see my full thoughts on these great episodes, we got the Patreon, full and cut live reactions available exclusively over there if you're so interested. So, interesting episode. That's the best way to put it. I'm going to say one thing, and I think it's important to recognize this fact. Jinshi put tongue in that mouth. And if anyone tries to argue otherwise, they're a damn dirty liar. That CPR, it was effective, I ain't going to deny that. But I think there was tongue. So, we go on a little mission. Lady Gyokyo has a bit of fun trolling Jinshi for a bit, saying oh, what girl? You can't say Mao Mao out loud? Why not? It's a very adorable trolling moment. And of course, the big thing with Mao Mao as a character is that there's probably been a couple dozen moments over 1.5 seasons where she's looked at actions of Jinshi, actions surrounding Jinshi, or just things in the general area, and she's like, wait a gosh darn, nope. I ain't gonna think about that. She probably could have solved this mystery, this situation, probably within the first core of Season 1 if she wanted to. But anytime she, was progressing a little too much, stepping a little too close to the ledge, she turned around and, went back to her addiction to poisons. And it makes sense. I mean, you don't want to step on too many toes, get yourself killed. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and you are but a lonely ant that's just trying not to get stepped on. Jinshi, however, seems like he wants to expose it this time. He brings her along. He has to keep his identity a secret. There's a lot to it, right? To the point that he literally gives himself heat stroke, pretty much. You have to remember, too, the fact that he's in a full-body outfit, it's not like there's air conditioning in this world, right? Imagine how sweaty, how hot, and just the fact that he wasn't properly drinking, electrolytes, salt, and the like. It's understandable why he pretty much got knocked out there. Though I will say his fight or flight mode was top tier. If anyone tries to say, oh, a man who is, close to overheating and dying, could he really have picked up a girl and ran? Yes. Yes, he could. You know what? When your instincts kick in, when your adrenaline gets going, people are shooting at you, you bet your ass you get a second or third win. He 100% would be able to do that. The most impressive thing is the fact that he's able to jump off a 50-foot waterfall and not only survive, keep her safe, get your ass inside that cave. It's impressive. The whole episode, her being like, why are they talking to each other like they're on equal playing fields? That makes no sense. You know what? I'm not going to focus on that. Why is this like this? You know what? I'm not going to focus on that. The only time she really focused in on Jinshi was when she noticed that he was, obviously not doing well. And I thought that's adorable. And the idea that you had this scene with the waterfall, the whole waterfall scene in general was great because, what embarrasses her is obviously not what embarrasses most people. See, most people would be shy, getting undressed, showing skin, sexual arousal, all that. But she's the type of person that sexual arousal, you would you'd have to like write it out in a document and have her read and sign it before she comprehended the fact that, oh, we're gonna have SCX. Oh, okay. Oh, now like that's the type of person she is. So it's really funny watching him, like, obviously being like, damn, obviously Jinchi attracted to Mao Mao. That's been crystal clear for a hot minute. But her just being the oblivious goofball that she is fantastic. And I like how she's smart too, even though she's kind of clueless and dense in certain ways. The fact that she doesn't want to get her head bitten off, because like if she stood on Jinchi, like if that got back to so and so, like I'm never gonna hear the end of it. But obviously I can't put him on my shoulders. I'm some 60 to 80 pound girl. Like I can't carry this man, even if she's under the impression at least, some of the weight has been cut away given the eunuch status. So him being like, no, we're gonna do this, I think was great. And I really wasn't sure what they're gonna do. Like, I thought they were gonna cock block in the way that, he was gonna once again try to talk, and then they would pop up at the hole, the dog or something. And then the frog comes in, makes him stumble, and he pulls her clothes. This probably is the moment where she learns, and if not, is there gonna be a better moment? I don't know. Like this, it feels like this has to be one of the turning points, Like certain shows, write in moments called turning points, like a Mushoku Tensei, right? But there's always turning points in series where like it's a bigger moment than normal. And even ignoring people hyping up frogs, it just feels like that pull scene. It's hard for even her to like brush that off as a misunderstanding, right? Like that feels like we have to be exposing, even if it's not necessarily his identity, his feelings perhaps. Like it has to either be his feelings, who he is as a person, or a mix of both. Add in some peeping Tom up there who finds them, and a little embarrassing flustered moment. We got a damn good episode next week. Either way, season 2's been incredible. I think at this point, I would honestly argue I enjoy season 2 more than the first. I wouldn't have said that within the first 6 episodes of the season, but after seeing enough of where they've went with this season, I can safely say I enjoy this season currently more than the first. And if you watched my video on the first season, yeah, like I really like that shit. Hopefully this one just keeps coming back for 24, 25 episodes fairly frequently, because I need more of this world. You let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. What do you think of the frog? And, if you're anime only, what do you think is going to happen next week? Let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell. And like I mentioned, full live reactions over on Patreon. And hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Derek Nickel, Little Big Trouble, Trap Senpai, F Google, Andre, Darthwin Wright, Magical, Eric Barton, the James CR7, Extras Ghoul, Jeff, and we also have Dawn. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Have a good one.